Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I'm bringing you a video tonight titled, She Has to Bend the Knee, the only woman you should ever re-engage. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. And to everyone who's ordered, your books are on the way. I got sold out. I just got some more copies. I just sent everyone's books out today. You'll get your signed copies within the next 3 to 4 days. And thank you for everyone who's been supporting my books. I truly appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. But let's get right to it. She has to bend the knee, the only woman you should ever re-engage. I'm gonna talk some shit tonight, man. The bend the knee analogy is from one of my favorite shows, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was a timepiece. It was a TV show, prehistoric, where the kingdoms were battling for power. And ultimately, when kingdoms battled, one kingdom had to acknowledge that they lost. And when they lost, they essentially and figuratively and literally, they sent their leader to bend the knee. Bending the knee is an acknowledgement that I'm going to submit to your power. Bending the knee says, I fought your power, but now I'm submitting to your power. And this is the only woman that should be able to re-enter your space. She bends the knee. And she can bend the knee because you made a proclamation when you entered her space, telling her exactly what you wanted. And as a sexy, attractive man, you know what you're telling every woman. We cannot begin the interaction without having a sexual experience, because all women have different sides of themselves. And the men that they find extremely sexy attractive, they offer themselves to. So you introduce, your proclamation of what it takes to enter your space. And this woman said, I'm not looking for that at this time. So no line of disrespect was crossed. You made a proclamation, she made a proclamation in terms of her immediacy of what she was looking for in the moment. And it just didn't align. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you never say another word to her once she acknowledges that she's not looking for what you're looking for. And her acknowledging that, she didn't do it in a disrespectful manner. She just stated her proclamation. And so when the woman comes back after you've made your proclamation, and she made her proclamation, and you never said another word to her, when she comes back, she's coming back in submission. That's why you can re-engage her. She's coming back with a proposition that matched the initial proposition that you made to her. She's coming back inviting you straight over to have sex. It's no deeper than that. You made your proclamation, you backed away. You didn't tell her, oh, contact me if you change your mind, or no, you ain't say none of that stupid shit. You just backed away. You made your statement. And she had to contend with her memory of you. That's what she had to contend with. And when she finally was overwhelmed by your memory, she got in line. She submitted. She bended the knee. And once she bends the knee, then you can re-engage her. That's the only woman that you can re-engage. She has to bend the knee. And I'll just share a little story with you about this exact scenario. So this was some time ago, about 7 years. This was some time ago, or 6 years, something like that, man. And I met this girl on Tinder, and I was out one night, and she happened to be close to where I lived, and I was already out. I think I just came off another date with a woman, and this woman just randomly hit me up and was just like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in Virginia. She's like, I'm in Virginia too. She was out in Arlington, and it was like happy hour, like the end of happy hour. And I said, okay, I'll come over there so we can meet in person, no problem. And I get to the spot. I walk up the stairs. I get to the spot, and this is our first time meeting in person. And I had on this super fitted European, uh, I guess it was like a pea coat, you know, leather on the straps on my shoulders. Like, this shit was fly as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I bought it and even got it more tailored, you know, because I was so slim and tall. I was like, this was a statement piece. So I rode up in the spot with the statement piece on, man. You know, the fitted jeans, the European cut pea coat, man. I made a statement. So she sees me for the first time, and I'm looking around to try to find her, and every woman in the spot is double taking. You know, like, damn, who the hell is he? And then I finally saw her. She gets up, she greets me, we greet each other, and she's there with her homegirls. And they're just, you know, having a little happy hour and all that kind of stuff. And I run to the bar, get me a little dark and stormy, come back, and, you know, her and I, we're sitting at the bar. We're having some good conversation. We're getting to know each other a little bit. And I give her the proclamation. Like, you know, you can roll with me. You know, this is what we can do. And this is pretty much what I'm about. This is the interaction that I see for us, because I was unafraid to lose her. And, you know, she's like, you know, I'm about to go home and I'm here with my girls and this and that. I'm like, all right, well, I'm glad that we got a chance to meet. And so I would say maybe like the next day, a day or two later, she hits me up and is like, you know, what are you doing and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know, I'm just relaxing, chilling. And I'm just more or less like, what's on your mind? And she's just like, oh, yeah, we can go out and we can do this and we can do that. I remember verbatim what I told her. I said, we're on different pages. You know, I told you what I was about. And it was nothing disrespectful. It was just a thing of, we're not on the same page. And so I left it alone. And probably a little less than a week later, about a week later, I get a call from her. And she bent the knee. She was like, this is my address, and I want you to come straight over. And she lived a little ways from me. She was a little deeper in Virginia than I am, and I was at the time. And I came out there, you know, we had a little dinner at her place, and, you know, we stepped upstairs, and we got to it. And we really got to it. And we had a good run. We had an extremely good run. And it was enjoyable. And I have no negative things to say about her. I have no negative thoughts about the recollection. It was a very good run. And I didn't mind taking a drive. She was a good space to unwind, you know, for the evening. And we wanted the same things. And so I wanted to introduce that story because this is the only type of woman that you can re-engage, a woman who bends the knee. So as a sexy, attractive man, you're going to have women who offer themselves to you as soon as you meet. And then you're also going to have women who have a delayed realization of their desire for you. They're going to have a delayed realization. But as an impactful man, no matter how long you were in her space, you stay in her mind with your ghost. And she has to contend with her ghost, your ghost, until she can't take it anymore and she bends the knee. She acknowledges that she lost the battle with the current men that were in her space who are inferior men. You stained her mind and you stood out. That's why she calls you after she's tired of dealing with the inferior men. It's really that simple. She had to face the reality of her dating with intention, okay? She has to face the reality of the men that she told that she's going to date with intention. The men that she told the same shit that she told me about how, no, I'm looking for more and all that kind of stuff. And those men gave her more. And essentially, they said, okay, you're dating with intention. You want a relationship. You want to seriously date. They said, okay, I'll tell you what you want to hear. And then she found out that that man was a better manipulator than her. Dating with intention, that is saying that I'm going to manipulate you into getting the outcome that I want from you. That's what women do when they say they're dating with intention. But then they come across men who are skilled manipulators. So they tell the woman, oh yeah, I'll date you with intention. They introduce a dating scenario or relationship very quickly that is conducive to some sort of exclusivity. And then the woman finds out that the man was only there for one reason. He was there on some casual shit. And then she has to find that out. And then she despises that man because he wasn't as straightforward and masculine as you, as the sexually attractive masculine man. That he offered her misdirection when she offered him misdirection. Notice that she offered me a semblance of misdirection in the story, but I didn't go for it. And I left her exactly where she stood. And then she had to bend the knee and get in line. So she's dissatisfied with the men who essentially bent the knee to her by giving her what she wanted, seemingly. But as time progresses, she realizes that the experience that she's having with the man and the experience that he's offering her is not aligning with the words that he said to her. He said, I'll date you with some intention. Yeah, you can be my consistent piece of pussy under the guise of a relationship. So she gets discontent with those men. She gets frustrated with those men because those men weren't man enough to tell her exactly what they wanted. Those men disappoint her because she disappointed herself because she's manipulating herself. So she's tired of the manipulation. She's tired of manipulating men, and she's tired of men manipulating her. And who does she remember? The masculine man who talked to her in straight lines, who told her exactly what she wanted, exactly what he wanted. And not just told her, she has to contend with the reality of how attracted to you that she was when she met you. And not just how attracted she was, how her homegirls were telling her, where the fuck did you find that man? How she looked around while you were looking for her. And she saw all the other women checking you out. She has to contend with your ghost. The ghost of the sexy, attractive man, even though it was a very brief encounter. And then she comes to her senses. And she says, this is the most masculine, sexually attractive option that I have. Let me stop playing around with these other men and let me bend the knee. Let me get back in contact with him because I know I'm never going to hear from him again if I don't contact him. So she bends the knee and she gets back in contact with you and she initiates an immediate sexual encounter. And when she initiates that immediate sexual encounter, now you two are one-on-one. You're in her space. And she can fully inhale the magnitude of you. She doesn't have to contend with your ghost anymore. She can fully inhale the magnitude of who you are. She can see that you're even more attractive than what she remembered. She can see that you're a quality man that keeps his word. He never cancels. She can see that she has a desirable man in her space that women lust and long for. She's awakened. When you step back into her space, she gets to fully inhale you. She gets to find out all of the things about you that make you who you are. So her lust brought you back into her space, but her infatuation and her satisfaction with the full magnitude of man that you are gives you an open invitation into her space. She invited you into her space to see, let me see what this man is all about. He's my best option. But then you stick around in her space and she gets to fully be around you and inhale you, and now she's more attracted to you. Because she gets to fully inhale you because she's blessed with your presence because she bent the knee and she woke up. And when she fully inhales you in your presence, now she develops a deeper level of attraction to you, and now the invitation is open. And then whenever she calls, you're there. Whenever you want to see her, there's no games. Because she bent the knee. She showed up with the right heart, with the right recognition of the magnitude of man that you are. So she bent the knee, and so she can be properly re-engaged and reacclimated into your space. She's playing around with these goofies, and that's why you stand out. See, a masculine, sexually attractive man, he stains her mind, okay? And once again, she's fully satisfied with you. Once she finally comes to her senses, she's fully satisfied with you. And you can re-engage her because there are women that you told that you want a sexual experience with, and they were disrespectful. And some of those women would try to come back, but since they were disrespectful, you can never allow them to come back into your space. You can never re-engage them. And there are some women that you've had one or two sexual encounters with, but those women knew who you were, but they were so narcissistic that they were more concerned with dominating and controlling you and bring you into submission, having you bend the knee. So they had a good situation with you, the super masculine, super sexually attractive man, but they were more concerned with dominating you than experiencing you. So they introduced wrinkles after you satisfied them, after you showed up as a consistent man, after she was able to deduce that you're a departure from the man that she normally deals with. But in her mind, she's a bad bitch. So she's just like, I'm going to bring him under submission. I'm going to play games with him. I'm going to play around with him. I'm going to start to require things from him. I'm going to make him bend the knee. And she might have looked at you that way, but you didn't acquiesce. She gave you the experience that you wanted until she no longer wanted to give you that experience and introduce wrinkles because she wanted you to bend the knee. And you departed from her space permanently. And so that type of woman would try to come back and re-engage and reacclimate herself into your space. You leave her alone, because once the line of disrespect is crossed, it's never going to be good for you. Because once a woman knows that she can disrespect you, the disrespect only gets worse. So this isn't that woman. So you can safely and peacefully re-engage her because she bent the knee. And even though you two had a difference initially in what you two wanted, there was no line of disrespect that was crossed. So you stay in her mind. See, the men that she played around with that amplified you even more, her dissatisfaction with these men amplified you even more. Those men are immediately forgettable. She's not satisfied with those men because they acquiesce to her. They acquiesce to her demands. They bent the knee. She knows these aren't masculine men, so she's on borrowed time with these men until these men just do something out of pocket or she just loses interest. Those men have one foot out the door and they don't even realize it after they bent the knee to her. But with you, since you were masculine and true to yourself, and you were steady and you were predictable, she's completely satisfied with you. So the men who bend the knee, the inferior man is immediately forgettable. The man who stands tall in masculinity, who's unafraid to state his proclamation and walk away, that man is staying in her consciousness. She can't escape that man. So once she rids her space of these inferior men, she's alone with your ghost. And that's when women have to acknowledge the full magnitude of how much they're attracted to you, when they're alone with your ghost. So when the woman proclaims that she wants something different than what you want, you leave her with your ghost. You're a very healthily haunting ghost. You left her with a healthy ghost. A ghost that she can refer to and weigh against the inferior men who bent the knee to her. The men who played games and manipulated with her. She's weighing your ghost against the inferior man. So your ghost stands out, and those men are immediately forgettable. Those men immediately escape her consciousness, and you as a sexually attractive man, you stain her consciousness. And then she comes back. She comes back and invites you into her space and acquiesce to your proclamations because she's tired of you being the last thought that she has as she goes to sleep, as she finally rid her space of the inferior men that she was dealing with. She's tired of going to sleep thinking about your ghost. And she's going to invite you back when she's tired of going to sleep and playing with her pussy and thinking about your ghost. She's tired of coming to your ghost. So when she's tired of coming to your ghost, then that's when she's going to pick up that phone, call you, tell you, I will bend the knee and give you everything that you're looking for. That's the only woman that you can re-engage. because she's healthily contented with your ghosts. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. This brings you a video tonight titled, She Has to Bend the Knee, the only woman that you should ever re-engage. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. And to everyone who wants me to make custom videos, okay, I want you to go ahead and make your donation of $50 or more to my PayPal and my Cash App. There's a note feature in PayPal and Cash App where you can leave a note after you make a donation and tell me the custom topic that you want me to make your video on. Once you do that, once you make a donation, you leave your topic that you want me to speak on in my PayPal or Cash App in the note feature. Then I will make your video, your custom video, and I'll put it on my channel, Matthew C. Horne Dating, in 24 hours or less. If your topic is more in depth than just leaving a note in PayPal or Cash App, then you still make your donation of $50 or more, and then you email me at matthewchorne.com with your more in-depth topic that you want me to speak on, and your video will be on my channel in 24 hours or less. Really that simple. And if my video tonight, if my message has been of value to you, then I want you to drop something in my donation information. I'll never tell you what to donate. Just donate according to how you've been impacted. And to make your donation, my donation information is in my video description. My PayPal and my Cash App is in my video description. I do not take your donations for granted. They continue to help me to elevate and grow and move forward as I continue to bring you these elevated messages and help you to elevate, grow, and move forward as well. So thank you all for your donations. And if you're in need of coaching, if my voice resonates with you and you've had particular issues in the dating space that you've been unable to overcome, I want you to email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space. And then I'll get back to you with the terms of the coaching. And then the coaching will begin as soon as we set the date and the time. It's really that easy. So to get the coaching, email me once again at matt@matthewchorne.com. It will be in the video description. Leave coaching in the subject matter and just follow the instructions. Also, I'm still looking to fill the slots of the 5 individuals who want the year-long mentorship and coaching program from me. The individuals who have been getting coaching, they've been enjoying it so much that they've asked me for more. And this is what more represents. I want to work with you all for a year. I'm looking for 5 individuals to work with for an entire year. This coaching and this mentorship is going to include at least 3 coaching calls per week. I'm going to do an immediate assessment of where you are and where you want to go, and I want to customize a coaching plan that we're going to implement immediately. You'll have 24-hour access to me as well. If you're in a situation with a woman, if something is on your mind, just anything, you can text me, call me, you'll have immediate access to me, in addition to the multiple coaching calls throughout the week. And we'll also meet up in person no matter where you are in the world. I want to personalize this. We're going to meet up in person. We'll go out. We'll talk to women together. I'll assess you in person, and I will have coached you beforehand. So this is very personalized, very personalized. There's going to be some life coaching integrated into this as well. So I want you, if you're interested in this, I want you to leave mentorship in the subject matter of the email. Email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave mentorship in the subject matter of the email. Tell me about yourself. Leave your name, your phone number. Tell me about yourself, different issues that you're having, where you want to go over the course of a year. I will do an immediate assessment, and then I'm going to call you. I'll make this very personal. I'm going to call you, and then we can determine if we're a good fit to work with one another over the course of the year. This is going to be a very exciting program, but it's so hands-on and it's so in-depth that I only have the bandwidth and the time and the energy for 5 people. So if you're interested in that, email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Lastly, my dating coaching community, Matthew C. Horne Dating on the school platform. Amazing things are happening there. Tonight, we had a great discussion. It's Monday. We had a great discussion. Every Zoom call in the community is at 8 p.m. In this particular community, you'll get 2 exclusive dating coaching videos per week that are exclusive and individual to the community. It's not on YouTube. It's only for the community. You all can give me subjects that you want me to make videos on in the community. And your video will be one of the 2 custom videos that I make per week. And every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I also have a Zoom discussion with every member of the community who gets on the Zoom call. And I introduce a topic, I have a monologue, and then we dialogue for an entire hour. It's an amazing space, man. These men are growing. The game is heavy in this space. And you also have access to every Zoom call that I ever had. It's archived in the community, as well as every video that I made for the community. So you can catch up and you can experience me, Matthew C. Horne Dating Coach, and you can experience me in real time as well. Every Monday, 8 p.m., you have an hour with me. Ask me whatever you want to ask me. I'm yours for an hour. It's an amazing space to connect and elevate and grow. If you're interested in that, the link to sign up for my dating coaching community, Matthew C. Horne Dating on the school platform, it will be pinned to the top of the comments as well as in my video description. You can sign up for my community and it's going to be a great experience for you. I promise you that. Thank you for spending some time with me. I've enjoyed bringing you this message. And just please understand that there's only one type of woman that you can re-engage. She has to bend the knee. She has to be alone with your ghost, take strong consideration with the men that she's dealing with that she's disappointed in versus the masculine, sexy, attractive man that's staying in her mind. Your ghost is staying in her mind. You never get back in contact with her after you make your proclamation. You allow her to fester with your ghost, to reconcile the impact of the sexy, attractive man that she missed out on. And when she bends the knee, she will come back into your life in full submission. I'll see you all soon.